Now, please, Harsha 228.
Sir,
Can you go through this aim? Please read out this aim. What is there on the document?
to study and understand the operation of the buck chopper with different types loads using MATLAB simulation.
Okay, different types of loads. Types of load using MATLAB simulation. This is our aim. Our aim is to study and understand the operation of buck chopper with different types of loads. We will see what are those loads using MATLAB simulation. Right. So we have some idea about this MATLAB. We have seen simulation of different types of converter in the last few classes. Almost we worked for more than 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks to simulate the single phase rectifier. Now, Harshavardhan, can you able to see this figure 10.1?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now this is the buck chopper equivalent circuit where you can find CH is the chopper. Chopper is generally denoted by CH, and it is represented in a dotted rectangular box. You can see, which means that this inside this rectangular box we will be having some commutation circuit which we have studied in the last 4 classes. Class A commutation, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class E, and also F. Right. So we'll see what is there inside this box. For a while, you just remember it is a chopper. It consists of auxiliary dividers, that is commutating elements, as well as the main chopper, main SCR. Thereafter, we'll be having inductor here, and here we'll be having, you can say, diode, and this is what our load. Load can be resistive load, it can be RL load, it can be RLE load also, but as per your J2, he has not mentioned about the load. Okay, now if you see the capacitor, right? Capacitor is used as a filter here. A filter means if you don't use this capacitor here, you will get the chopped kind of voltage output side. Right now, but we need the voltage like this, right? The constant voltage, DC voltage, right? From the DC voltage, fixed DC to variable DC, we need to get. So the ripple can be avoided with the help of this capacitor, and you may have one more inductor here that is also behaving like a filter. We'll see all those things. Here you just understand, you see what components there are there in the circuit configuration. So battery is there, DC voltage. Now this DC voltage is 110 volts. Now we need to convert this DC voltage to a DC voltage, but with variation. Now you can vary this voltage across the load with the help of the controllable element called this chopper. Okay. Now these are the inductor here and diode. We are going to simulate this converter in today's class. Right now, you can get any amount of voltage across the load, and which is a variable DC, right? So you can get 90 voltage, you can get 80 voltage, you can also get 5 volts also, which means you can vary the output voltage from 0 to less than or equal to 110 volts. But you cannot get more than that one, obviously, right? So we'll see how we are going to get this variable DC across the load, right? So the operation and everything we will discuss in the class, but here you need to understand how you are going to get the variable voltage. That is thing here. So the procedure is same, which we have discussed in the last class. First, we need to open the MATLAB and then click on the Simulink model. Harshavardhan, please go through the first point.
Open the MATLAB and click on the Simulink model.
Right. Now I have opened the MATLAB. And then I am going to show you. Right. Are you able to see the screen? Harshavardhan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now if I go to here, the extreme left corner, I can find here new. So if I click there, I will get to see Simulink model. If I click on Simulink model, I will open one more. I will get one more command window like this. Are you able to see this untitled page here?
Yes, sir.
Right. So here we need to build a circuit. So the second point. So I clicked on the Simulink model. Now I need to go to the library browser, right? 228.
Yes, sir.
Then I have to search for the required element, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have to click on this. Now you tell me what are the components we require. Is I'm going to
Diode.
draw the circuit here so that you can quickly tell me. I can able to
voltage source first.
write this DC voltage, inductor, thereafter I have to use capacitor, then filter inductor, then load. Right, quickly tell me please. 228. 228, please tell me.
Sir, voltage source.
Very good. We need voltage source. Right. So it's a DC or AC?
DC, sir.
DC or AC?
DC, sir.
Very good. Now next we need a MOSFET. MOSFET. Dividend diode. Let's say switch I am going to use. MOSFET. Okay. Then we require diode, right?
Yes, sir.
Then we need inductor also.
Inductor.
You can find in series RLC branch. Here you can see series RLC branch. Now I require pulse generator, right? To apply the firing pulse to the chopper, which is a MOSFET now. I also require the current measurement block and voltage measurement block.
Sir, how can we consider the chopper, sir?
Huh?
How can we consider the chopper as MOSFET?
Right, that depends upon your, you can use all these elements are a controlled element. Okay, you can take MOSFET, you can take IGBT, you can take SCR also. Depending upon your voltage and current and frequency, okay, chopping frequency or you can say switching frequency, depending upon those parameters you need to see. Okay, now here I'm considering the MOSFET as a switch. Got my point?
Yeah, sir.
Anyone, you can use anyone. Voltage measurement. Current measurement. And to see the output waveforms, we require scope here. So I hope I need power by also. Here I can find that one. Okay. Then everything you can see in the right. Shall I rub this circuit?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
able to see the document now? Sorry, untitled page now, which is a MATLAB page. Please, 228, you have to respond.
Sir.
Are you able to see the MATLAB file here? Untitled MATLAB.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Later, I need to do this one also. Right. Now I am going to connect the circuit. This is our MOSFET. We can take IGBT also. I will take different controlled devices and we'll see the output waveforms. 216. Koteshwar. Koteshwar. My diode here. I didn't find diode here. Is Koteshwar, are you there? $228, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now I am going to make the circuit. It's connected like this. Then I have to connect the diode. Thereafter, my branch, RLC branch. So here I will replace the first inductor with 681.82. 681.12 milli. You can take one problem and you can simulate that converter. You can take any problem and you can simulate. If you simulate that one, you have to get the value which is equal to the simulated value, 8.33 micro. I'm going to connect a load here, load resistance value which is equal to 3 ohm. I need one more inductor. This value is 40.81. This is what our load. Okay, now I need to rotate this capacitor. I can replace this name here. I can represent as inductor only. Here it is C only. Here it is RL. This is LL. Now I can connect all those elements like this. So shall I rub this circuit configuration? Please,
Okay, sir.
228. Respond.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So the same circuit I have built here. Now I need to see the voltages like input voltage, output voltage, pulse generator output signal. Okay, so you can see any quantities, any voltage, any current you can see just by keeping a voltage measurement block across them or a current measurement block in series with the element. So like this, I can keep the series current measurement block in series like this. Okay, you can also see the current flowing to the switch, voltage across the switch, everything you can see. Okay, you see like this. So what is the input voltage? Input voltage 110 volts. Let us take it as 110 volts. Okay. Now this plays a major role here because at which point we need to make the device on, and at which point we need to make the device off. Here we need to consider 2 points, because in case of phase control rectifier, the device automatically goes to off at omega t equal to pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, like this. That is what we have seen in the last class. Now here we want to make the switch on and off. We need to make the switch on and off. On can be done with the help of gate pulse. We need to decide the off pulse also. So to define that one, there is a term called duty cycle. I will give the definition of duty cycle. It is the total on time period to the total chopping period. So let me draw that waveform, then I will explain about this firing pulse. Okay. Okay. So now, are you able to see this red color line?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is what our input voltage. Let us say this is our input voltage. And what is our input voltage, Harsha? Is it AC or DC?
DC, sir.
Right. DC means it should be constant like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this magnitude of this DC voltage is always constant with respect to T. Now I need to chop this voltage. I need to cut this voltage. That is what chopper, right? I need to chop this voltage. So to chop this voltage, I need to get this much of voltage for certain time interval. That is called on time period. And remaining period, later I don't know up to what extent, but I want to switch off the chopper for certain time interval like this. Then I want to turn on for certain time interval. Thereafter turn off, turn on, turn off like this. Right. So you can see I'm going to draw with red color. So this is what on time period. This is the off time period of the switch. Now switch here is a MOSFET, and you can see this is the total chopping period. We'll see all those things in the class. Don't worry. Just understand what is T on and what is T off. So 28, can I write T total chopping period? Can I write it as T on plus T off?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now it is total chopping period. It is a summation of on time period plus off time period. Now we are going to define the duty cycle alpha. Duty cycle alpha, it is defined as the ratio of the total on time period divided by chopping period. Total on time period by chopping period. Now you can say, right, if we increase the on time period, alpha will increase. If we decrease the on time period, alpha will decrease. And the output voltage across the load in case of step down chopper is equal to alpha into VDC. We'll derive this expression in the class, don't worry. Just for a while, you just understand what is the expression for the output voltage. Output voltage is equal to the alpha times VDC. Now, what is alpha here? Please, any one of you, please reply in the chat box. What is alpha here? Please, all of you reply in the chat box. What is alpha here? Which will play a major role. Alpha is the duty ratio or duty cycle, which is also called as duty cycle, and it is the ratio of the on time period to the total chopping period. I got only one response. KK has given the response. Okay, now you know that if you see this expression, the average output voltage expression, where the output voltage is directly proportional to the alpha as well as the input voltage. So for a fixed input voltage VDC, let us say we have applied it as 110 volts. For a fixed input voltage, if you want to get variable output voltage, we need to vary only
Alpha.
alpha. We need to vary only
Yeah.
alpha. Right? Remember, we are applying the fixed voltage 110 volts as the DC voltage, and I need to regulate this output voltage. I need to vary this voltage. Sometimes I want to get 5 volts. Sometimes I want to get 15 volts. Sometimes I want to get 100 volts out of this 110 volts. So to regulate that voltage, I need to regulate only alpha. Right?
V not directly proportional to alpha, sir.
Right. Output voltage directly proportional to alpha for a given input voltage, for a fixed input voltage. Right. So just now we have seen this expression, you can see, and alpha is defined as the on-time period to the total chopping period. So for a fixed chopping frequency, again it is chopping frequency, chopping period is fixed. I don't want to change the chop. There are many methods are there. You can vary T total chopping period, you can vary on-time period, you can vary off-time period. Control techniques are there. We will discuss all those control techniques in the class. But here, by seeing this waveform, you can see alpha is directly proportional to on, T on, right? So if we increase the T on, alpha can be increased. If alpha increases, the output voltage can be increased. Getting or not? All of you?
Yes.
Getting or not? So
Yes,
that
sir.
means if you want to increase the voltage, you just increase the on-time period. If you want to decrease the voltage, you just decrease the on-time period. Okay. Now, if you click on this pulse generator, now you can see amplitude. Let us say the period is 12 kilohertz. Okay. Then now I want to fix the alpha. It is a pulse width. It is duty cycle now. Pulse width matlab duty cycle. Directly you can keep it as 50 or you can keep it as 60. 60 means 0.6 duty cycle. 50 means 0.5 duty cycle. Right? It cannot be 100. If I keep it as 100, it won't accept. You can see here duty cycle must be between 0 and 100. 28, are you able to see the pulse generator block here?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the pulse width should be varied from between 0 and 100, but it should not be 0 and it should not be 100. So let us consider it is 90. Okay. Phase delay is 0, you can take. Okay. Now I want to see the waveforms in the scope. If I double click on the scope, I may get this here. Let us see 4 input and check the points. Let us increase them.
Sir, it is not.
Yes. Now is it okay? Harsha, you need to respond.
Sir.
Now is it okay, scope?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now first I want to see the input voltage. So to see the input voltage in the scope, I need to connect a voltage measurement block across the input source. Then right. Now I want to see the pulse generator output. Third one, to see the output current. Fourth one, output voltage. I want to run it for 2 seconds. So please, all of you, check what is the theoretical value at alpha equal to 0.9. What is the theoretical value you need to get at alpha equal to 0.9? Yes, please respond. What is the theoretical value at alpha equal to 0.9? अरे आपको पता है V naught equal to alpha into VDC, right? VDC is the 110 volts, right? I got one response from 212. I got only one response from 212. What about remaining students? Please, what about remaining students? अरे भाई हो क्या नहीं हो? सो रहे हो क्या? सो रहे हो क्या? सो रहे हो क्या? नींद आ रही क्या? भाई once again I am going to tell you V naught is equal to alpha times VDC. Now I have adjusted this alpha to 0.9. Matlab it is 0.9 multiplied by what is our input voltage? I have applied it as 110 volts. So can you get it is 99 volts? Can you get or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But why you people are not responding, I don't know. Yes, 228, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Then why you are not responding? Then why you are not responding? 228. 228. Please respond. Please respond. Right. So now let us see whether I am getting the same or not. Okay. Almost 100 volts I need to get. This is what the theoretical value of the output voltage. Okay. Now, right now you can see what is our first terminal to the scope 228. What is the first input given to this scope? 228. Your session may end within 1 minute. Please, all of you rejoin once again. 28 students are there. $228. Please tell me what is the input to first. Okay, 212. Okay, the input voltage. What is the second terminal? 228. Where are you? Harsha. Right.